Good morning, sunshine. Swimming today. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Window capture, properties, not Thinkorswim. Let's do Firefox. Ooh, we'll do Handsome Men. Restream on the Handsome Men. Streets is a goofball, but he is handsome. Oh, they went to La Poubelle last night. Looks like Scotty was there. Good morning, Susan P. Good morning, Irish Mart. Good morning. Yep. Good morning, Rona. Wonder what they did at La Poubelle. I bet you they were talking about the judge's settlement. Let's turn it up a little bit.
Actor, Megan! You're a shitty actor!
Is that who's in there? Who's in there?
Megan Duffy. So like
Megan Duffy! Hey Duffy! Megan Duffy, you're a loser! You're a bad actor, Megan Duffy!
Today?
You're
No,
a
like
bad
back in April.
actor, Megan
Oh, wow.
He thought
Duffy!
he saw her. When I walked by, I
Who's
looked at
Megan
it was her.
Duffy?
So
Yeah, it's her. I saw her come in. I saw her slime her way in there.
Yeah?
That's totally her.
But
I
for-
was sitting there trying
for
to figure
both
out
of
who
us,
she was.
for both of us to figure it out, it
She,
has to be.
when Zach talked to Francois,
Yeah.
she came out right before
Oh.
Francois came and did that interview with Zach.
Oh, really?
night, that's-
What color hair is she have?
Red hair.
Who's
Or
Megan
it's like
Duffy?
green that with a little red tint to it.
Yeah.
But if you look,
Is she the one that? Okay.
She and then that when what's his name had with the motorcycle,
Yeah.
he got attacked. She tried to say that me and him attacked her over there.
yes, by
So-
the newsstand area.
Yeah, by the newsstand.
Here's an interesting thing, right? The night I came over here, Daniel was over here getting rolled by Francois.
Yeah.
And I went off on him. There was a redheaded lady who was talking to Francois. And then later on, I went walking down there, I ran into her, and she's like, I want to warn you about Scott because he has restraining orders in all these different
That's
states.
right.
And she was so dramatic.
Yeah,
She would put on the whole
She's an
thing.
actor.
Yeah, okay. And she's like, I want to
She did
warn
that
you.
with Zach.
I want
She
to
did that with
warn
Zach.
you about
That
him.
is the ex-wife to Christopher Lloyd from Back in the Future, because one of the people was
That was the old lady.
with her.
Yeah.
We're just gonna mute it. We'll watch them on. Swedish, good morning, good evening. I was very, very impressed with everybody. It looks like they decided to finally stick to their rules on the 20 minutes, though. So for 20 minutes total. Oh. Yeah, I guess Safran, her lawyer, La Poubelle's lawyer, they had a case yesterday. They had a hearing yesterday, and the judge sided with Good and DOA that she owes the full 120,000. Ha, La Poubelle. Ha, Francois. Take it. And she was like, oh, I'm gonna cry because I'm gonna go broke and I'm gonna have to shut my business down. Well, shouldn't have done what you did. I was definitely snoozing. I was so tired last night, you guys. I fell asleep probably about 9 o'clock my time. I was snoozing. Then I was up at 5:30 this morning and I thought, nah, that's too early to pop on live. Good morning, pseudonym. It probably wasn't too early for Irish and Swedish, but Yawn. Sunshine's out. Anybody have any plans for today? Besides you, Swedish, I know you're going to bed. Oh, I'm trying to think of what meetings. Audit said those today. I think they canceled a lot of them. I'm cold. I'm going to put my blankie up. I have a business meeting later about 5:30 my time. Yeah, exactly. It was a wonderful way to get to the new council members. Yep, definitely. And that's because Audit went over to the Rona, where are you at? Are you over across the pond too? Yeah, it just really shocks me that they did the security and all of that. It's just visual effects to make it look like the protesters are so dangerous. It's all visual effects. Okay, Mr. Good. Ah, very nice. Lots of you guys over there in the Ireland, Scotland, Australia area. Okay. Let's move away from Lapu. Who else did we... I thought I saw Crazy Love last night. What does Henry say? Henry says, something you may all have missed during the CPAB meeting last week that Audit LA, DOA, and Henry went to is the part where Northeast Captain Kevin Austin explicitly stated out loud that Los Angeles attorney Heidi Feldstein Soto has specifically been ignoring all cases involving incident exposure to minors and women. I'm curious, I don't know that I heard him say that. I'm curious if Heidi ever thought her election campaign would ever see a banner showing how she actively protects child predators. This pattern of not prosecuting child predators is very near and dead to Heidi, it seems. Actually, I think that's supposed to say dear. Very near and dear to Heidi, it seems. I'm curious what FOIA records will show with Heidi and the Diddy trial. How many other victims has Heidi discouraged through her lack of action to come forward with such cases? Well, probably got a point there, Mr. Andrew. Probably got a point. Many of them. Yep, now that Gascon lost, I wonder if her tune will change. As I said, I don't remember seeing him saying that. Uh-oh, what did she have to say last night? One step closer. Good morning, Peter. One step closer to Good's Vegan Restaurant. That's right. No, I did not. Swedish, when was that? Where did you hear that?
Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Thank you. All right. So this is, by the way, I don't really know. I don't care. I don't know these people. They're just names. Let's do it. Archie, how can I help you? Oh yeah, sorry. I need to, I started recording after I began speaking. So the way I answered the phone was, thank you for calling the Church of Scientology, where Dianetics will change your life. This is Sochi. How can I help you? All right, so let's go from there. Church of Scientology. Hi.
My name is John Malavian.
Yes.
John Malavian, calling from Bank of America, the South Microphone. May I speak with Mr. Anthony?
1 moment, please. Let me check the registry. So thank you for your patience, sir. I'm just trying to see if that person's here. While I have you on the phone, have you ever read Dianetics by L. Ron Hubbard?
No, I have not.
Oh, it's a wonderful book.
Check it out.
Anthony is doing... So Anthony, let's see. We have an Anthony. He is actually doing the Purification Rundown. It's a sauna stay, and he's... See, what time is it? 4 o'clock. He went in at 3, and they're in for 5 hours while they do the niacin flush. If you can call back later this evening, he might be through with all of the slave labor, and then we'll be able to connect you with him.
Okay, or...
I can take a message. Sure, yes. Okay, sure, yes. I didn't know if it was a private matter, from a financial institution. Banks aren't really friendly with us in our organization, so go ahead and give me...
It's my name. I can give you my name. It's John. The last name, then you'll be able to speak with someone. They'll be able to help.
Okay, great. Yeah, his work hours do extend beyond that. Thank you so much, John. Have a nice one, and please read Dianetics. Bye-bye.
Gee, you're so funny. Okay, so what did Coffee, Cults, and Crafts say last night? Was that Marilyn that you're talking about? Peter? That's the good one with the forklift? Okay, I'll go in there. Let's go see what the forklift one is.
Yum like the sausage of the security guards. Damn, did I catch it on camera? I did.
Yeah. I don't know, maybe that's not kind of... There's definitely signs of...
Did he not put it in park? Okay, I did capture it. That was an upset, if I've ever seen one. Hey, you can't park there!
And he doesn't realize there's still one in front of him blocking.
Oh, get out of the way, car. Make sure you put it in park this time, asshole! A major upset. Major upset. You could be in Essex for that. You gotta put it in park, buddy. Are you new on the forklift? What's going on? This is your first day? That was a major upset, man. Major upset.
Wonder what they're moving around. Oh, goodness sake. Whoopsie. Good morning, Eaglewood. Actually, good afternoon to you. Yeah, that was a major oopsie. Somebody needs to figure out how to drive the forklift. Or the Bobcat, whatever it is. Oh, let me see. What did I don't even think I don't even think I have Marilyn anymore.
At Google, AI isn't a tomorrow thing. It's a today thing. And sure, we can ask for answers.
From the dung heap, everybody. It's really good. Just a northern girl. Yes, thank you. I refuse to give a second of watch time to the hate channels. Yeah, that's why I just did the screenshot and I didn't put the link, because I don't want to, not that I have anything to hide, but I don't want to give them any views, any more views. So that's why I did that. Reddit is a cesspool. Yeah, from my understanding, it really is. I don't know what's going on other than what Marilyn posted. I'm here to support. Thank you. I appreciate you, Northern Girl. Thank you.
So, give us the skinny, Peter. About where at what are they talking about? Is the apple cart all upset again? I haven't been watching people. Her biscuits are always burning. Yeah, I think so. And I laugh because I use that phrase all the time. I always talk about biscuits. Not that they're burning or anything, but I call the junk in the back biscuits too. But yeah, I don't want to get into he said, she said shit. We can always do Nancy's fire. Time to refocus. I agree. Do you guys like my poem I put on my community page last night? MD Media had a really good video yesterday too. Let's see. The Housing and Homeless Committee meeting was kind of fun yesterday. Yeah, Reese had hers last night. Yeah, how did that fire turn out last night? Did they get it contained? Ooh, ouch. Hutchison wrote, I assume that's Stephanie, a 27-paragraph email to her about her children in corporal punishment. about Marilyn's children. Good morning, Kirby's mom. Yeah, I believe in if a child needs a spanking, they get a spanking. I don't believe in beating. But I definitely believe in a swat on the butt. But I also believe in timeout, and I believe in taking things away and accountability. So there's all sorts of different punishments. And to be real honest, being in a wheelchair as a mom, my children were 6 and 4 when I ended up in the chair. And I had to learn how to use way more methods than chasing them down and spanking their butt, because that just doesn't work when you're paralyzed. So I had to learn different ways to keep my children accountable and under control. And I got the mom stare down really, really well, where you turn your side eye and you give them the stare, and they know one more move, they are toast. And there goes their internet, and there goes their games, and there goes any fun times. So you got to learn the mom eye. Right, my ladies? This is that fire in Ventura. That would be way scarier than an earthquake. Fires and floods are probably the worst. Mother Nature can be vicious, that's for sure. So what does Stephanie Hutchison have any right to tell anybody else what to do with their children? Was that on Reddit, Peter? I've got yeah, it is scary. I've got a Reddit account that every once in a while I'll go peek just because somebody will say something, but other than that. Good morning, Amy. I agree with you, but a swat across the butt does its job. And to be real honest, I don't think maybe a couple of times as my kids were growing up. There's a couple of times when my son turned into a teenager, I wanted to cock block him right across the old jaws. Believe me, I didn't, but whew, those teenage years. Let me tell you. I think aliens, if you ever want to talk about aliens, that I think some alien comes down and abducts your kids at about 12 years old. And God forbid they finally give them back when they're in their late 20s, early 30s. That's okay, Amy. I understand. But you do have to learn some way to not really punish, but discipline your children. I don't kind of believe in punishment, because punishment, I think, is cruel. But discipline is something else. So you just learn different ways. Oh, yeah, I'm not into that fighting in Reddit. Yeah, and both my kids are way bigger than I am now, so that kind of, and there was one bedroom at the end of the hall that the door was too small for me to get into. Wonderful. Excellent, Amy. That is so cool for your daughter and you. Yep, I had one of each. My son is brilliant. He is absolutely brilliant. However, he tested this mama. I mean, he wasn't out doing drugs and alcohol and stuff like that, but he definitely tested me. Tested my patience, but it happened to be that was his bedroom that I couldn't get into the door. So they knew that if I was PO'd and on a rampage to get into that room, and I couldn't get to him. It's kind of funny now, but they had to come out sometime. Yeah, they had to wake up sometime. And my daughter was the opposite. She was like your daughter, Amy. She was a straight A student, all AP classes. I never, ever had to bother her about doing her homework. She just always had it done. And it wasn't really to please me, it was just because she had that within her. Yeah, you know, and they both have sass. All the memes that run around saying, "Aren't you lucky you had a daughter just like you?" Yeah. My children have my sass. But I sure miss her. I don't like living so far away. They're little angels, right? I wonder if MD Media got near the... I know he was going to go look to see if he could get near the fire yesterday. Let's look a little bit more. Look at the wind, the Santa Anas. Wow, listen to it. Buckets of water. That'd be hard to breathe. Fires kind of make their
Nope,
own
hold
fun.
on. Okay.
Oh, all the pictures and all the memories. It's gotta be hot. Prayers for you, whoever's houses those are. Uh-oh, Daniel dropped a new song.
Another song by the rainbow, a little more about the moon. Sorry that you can really taste them with extra flavors infused in your watermelon sundae. You don't even have to know if it's the truth. Whatever you wanted to take home, whoa, whoa, what wasn't lost in the mood. You can't afford now, you can waste none when going down so smooth. Yeah, that watermelon sundaes, whatever you needed to get you through. From the back of the barrel of a shotgun at the bottom of the bottle you choose. There's too much desire in the war when you ain't got nothing and nothing to lose. And your watermelon sundaes, whatever you wanted to make it into. From the back of the barrel of a shotgun to the bottom of the bottle you choose. There's far too much desire in the water when you ain't got nothing and nothing to lose. And this watermelon sundaes, whatever you wanna make it into. From the back of the barrel of a shotgun, at the bottom of the bottle you choose. There's far too much desire in the war when you ain't got nothing, baby, and nothing to lose. And that watermelon sundaes, whatever you wanted to make it into. Yeah, that watermelon sundaes, whatever you wanna make it into.
Daniel's always good for a new song. I absolutely love his music too. Morning, Miriam. Afternoon, Miriam. Thanks for calling in yesterday. That was fantastic. You guys really rocked it yesterday. Yep, he dropped a couple of them yesterday. He did that one. Penny, stop. You're not dying. He did a Patsy Cline cover.
Crazy, crazy for feeling so lonely. I'm crazy just for feeling so damn blue. Baby, baby, I know you love me only as long as you want it. Eventually you leave me for somebody. No worry, why do I let myself worry? Wondering where a country where I'm crazy for thinking that my love was enough to hold you. So crazy for crying, crazy for trying. And I'm crazy for loving you.
He does have that growly voice. Good morning, Brian. Oh. Yeah, he does. Well, when my sister gets on here, it's always funny because if I'm playing this, she's Uncle Don because he looks like my Uncle Don. He looks exactly like him. Of course, I don't think my Uncle Don could sing, but it did look like him. Oh, so I don't, as I said, except for a work meeting today, I don't know what else is going on today. Can't believe it's the 7th of November already. Holy crap, this year has just flown by. Good memories of Uncle Don. He was a sailor and came with sailor attitude and characteristics, but he was a nice guy. He was always the one that, when they lived out in the country, everybody would pile in the back of his truck because it was the old bench seat trucks. So only 3 people could get into the cab anyways. And we would drive, gosh, a couple of hours from one town, from one city to another. Everybody sit in the back of the truck. Are there meetings in LA today? I don't think so. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend you whatsoever, Brian. But sailors have their own characteristics. You have to admit. That's for sure. Sure, Peter, I can do that. I don't know. I can look into that, Kirby's mom. Good morning, Whiskey Moon. Yeah, Xenu TV from 16 years ago has some pretty wild videos, huh? I've seen some of those. That was, I believe it was Mark Bunker and Tori. They all did Xenu TV. That's when the Lisa McPherson Trust, I think, started. When that happened with Lisa McPherson. So, Peter, on the public works, let's take them one at a time. Of course, they put in new commissioners, the new public commissioners. The rest of them got fired, and I thought they had changed it to 3 from 3 minutes to 2 minutes. But somebody said that it's always been 2 minutes. I thought it was 3 minutes, but apparently it was 2 minutes. For the total of 20 minutes. Now, they haven't been keeping tabs on that because we were going way over 20 minutes since I started going in April. And I'm pretty sure that they changed that. I don't think that was in there before. So they have a 20-minute accumulated time for public comment, whether it's in person or online. So the only problem with that is if you happen to need to start an appeal, which that's the first step in appeal. Well, the first step is to write, but the second step is to go in and do public comment in front of the commissioners. You may or may not get your chance. No, they didn't have so many people calling in so far. Traffic Management Committee meeting, 10 a.m. LA, if it goes ahead. I think traffic management was canceled. Let me go look. I'm pretty sure the transportation one was canceled for today. But that may be different than the traffic management. Let me find it. So, nope, nothing today for city council or transportation or traffic. Now, if it's a different one you're talking about, yeah, I think it was 10 out of 10 Swedish. I don't think anybody else talked about anything. The one I think you may be thinking of is Yvonne, and she's one of us. No, 2 were kept, 3 were replaced. When Amy, that's when let me look. What did you ask? What do you mean about how many people have called Kirby's mom? Who was that, Swedish? Do you remember? Because the one person that she always talks really technical was Yvonne, but she's one of us. Yeah, the only problem with the Americans with Disabilities is, well, first of all, California has their own ordinance about that. So that's the law you have to sue by, because through the Department of Justice, they don't have punitive, they only have mitigation. Oh, yeah, that was, yep, she's one of us. And that is Ganja Girl. She just happened to be visiting in California. Usually she's on the phone. But that's Ganja. Yep, Gangja is her name, Ganja Girl. And she's been the one talking about the pole that was in front of La Poubelle. They were taking it more so than just, yeah, more so than just the blue building or the testing center. So the pole was put in front of La Poubelle and just left there, out at the loading zone. And I didn't see last night if it was taken away. Oh, excuse me, when we were looking at the video from the Good Man. So Kirby's mom, which meeting are you talking about? Oh, no worries, Swedish. Yep, nope, it was 10 out of 10 yesterday. And it would have been 11 out of 11 if Kenny would have been able to talk too. Because I think he's the only one that got kiboshed on not being able to talk. Oh, they all have different processes. Like when you go to city council, it is 3 minutes total. And if you're just doing public speaking, it's only 1 minute. And the agenda items, you have to stay on topic for the agenda items. Yeah, it didn't catch my eye either, Amy. And like with LAPD Commission, you're supposed to, you can say all items and it's 3 minutes total. But they don't harass you about staying on topic for agenda items. You can use it for the public comment for the whole thing. Good morning, Haggis Basher. You made it this morning. Good morning to you. I know, like the public comment session I had where I was on the other side of the desk Tuesday, we're allowed to talk back to people. I mean, it's not talk back in a bad way, but we're allowed to converse and interact with ours. And so we had a couple of public comments to where we were able to get more information out of them or ask questions. And those are the type that I'm used to. Oh, I'm glad you had a good sleep. Those are always the best. I was telling everybody, Haggis, shh, I actually went to sleep like at 9 o'clock last night. Made me wake up awfully early this morning, but I was zonked. I think all this fresh air. I feel kind of bad because my neighbors texted me last night. And I guess Saturday in the middle of the day, they were gone. They were at an event and they came home and somebody had broken into their garage. Major Transport and Transportation Construction Traffic Management Committee. Okay, let me Google that. Good morning, Wendy. Yeah, I know, Brian, my bladder hates me too. Oh, I'm gonna have to look. What change was that? Yeah, except for they limited it to how many minutes total. So let me go back to Google. Mr. Google. Let me put this into the Major Transit and Transportation Construction Traffic Management Committee. Okay. Oh, this is on Bureau of Engineering. Ah. Okay. The purpose of this committee is to minimize the loss of traffic capacity within various major transit and transportation construction impact areas. Resulting from construction activity, including metro rail, light rail, busway, utility, private development, street improvement, street maintenance, and major public works project in accordance. So I'm not too sure if the purview would have much to do with us. Let's look at permits and services. Yeah, this, I don't know that we would have. But let's look at the customer service portal. The only thing maybe the permits on those are permits that they had for. Yeah, I don't know that we can. The meeting for ordinances for LRH. Well, they have the temporary permits for sidewalk repair and street maintenance. Maybe that's a way. And I think their permits are good till December. If they blocked, well, let's see what they have in here. Okay, so those are all permit appointments. I don't see. Tools and references. See, these are B permits. I think those were A permits that they had. A and R permits is what they had. Am I remembering correctly? We have not figured out whether that parking sign is fake or real. That meeting is next Thursday. And I will post, as soon as I see an agenda, I will post it, because that would be really nice for everybody. Okay, Peter. Yeah, so that is a good decision if that's what he really wants to. Yeah, that we did see that, Whiskey Moon. And yeah, I did see that if that's their dad, the gentleman that said he was the dad is with Janet. Yep. Saw that. It does. And I think for those that are really busy sitting on the internet trying to make YouTube videos would be hard, especially if you edit them. Yeah, I think they had those signs made way back when, back in the 2008 deal, and they just never took them down. You can look at some of like the Easter videos, and it's got a little bit of red, but not like it is. You mean for this meeting today? No. No, because this is like construction for roadway construction, highway construction. The big boy construction where they bring in the the cats and the loaders and the pavers. So I don't see any reference to A permits or R permits. So yeah, Haggis, look at the Easter. Yeah, it's different types of permits too, huh? Hi, Chi. We played your video earlier. Oh my gosh, that was just funny. I can't believe, well, I can believe they do it, but I don't think you have to have a license. Yeah, the sidewalk and the road repair for LRH was A permits. It was A and R permits. Yeah, it was funny. What was that he was moving? You know, I've got a Bobcat, and we use it around the house all the time. Now, if we went into a commercial setting, I I don't know. I mean, I know my Mac has one anyways. Uh, Probably. Gee, probably. I just never. Oh, okay. Just never even phased me because our Bobcat, and we've got forks for it too. But anybody really, but as I said, that's more in the personal setting. It was funny when he dropped it, when everything came off. You gotta tilt the forks a little bit there, darling. You gotta tilt the forks. Right? Gee, what in the hell gave you the idea to do that fake call? The Dianetics call, that was funny. But that's probably a good way to get rid of some of your scammers, spammers. That cracked me up. You're right. And Scotty laughing his ass off. That's one way to get rid of them. Yeah, gee, have they taken down, I think they took down the scaffolding over there on where the elevator shaft was. Because I don't remember seeing it the other day when Kelly was walking around. Or MD Media. Probably not, because they're a different type of permit. That's funny, Amy. Morning, MD Media. You're staying safe around those fires, are you? Yeah, the support for the crack that along the elevator shaft. They have all those scaffolds on there. Yeah, the scaffolding is gone. Didn't they do the repair? Huh. Yeah, I thought I saw the huge clamps, but I didn't notice them the other day. Ooh. Well, tell us when you start going live. We'll all hop on your live. So they installed the bracing on the exhaust stacks, which is not what the permit was. The permit was for the removal. Yeah, that's just crazy ass. Maybe it's a temporary fix on the way to trying to fix the whole thing in whole, but did I see sis on here? Yeah, that's what I thought, Peter. Right. So that it was crazy. They had all that scaffolding on there and then now it's just gone. Good morning, sis. I didn't see you. I'm so glad Swedish saw ya. Everybody, hearts for sister, for Jet Mechanic Girl. Good morning to you. Hearts for my sister, my big sister. Well, yeah, that could have been because the IAS event, but that's on the other side of the building. Yeah, really, what are you doing so early in the morning? There's some hearts for you, sis. Haggis and Sue. Cinderella. Good morning, Cinderella. What are you doing up so early in the morning, sis? Yeah, that would be scary. It's just semblance of that building in Florida that just collapsed like that. That's just crazy. And we know damn well they didn't do real repairs and real maintenance on those buildings. Thank you, Irish. Thank you, MD Media. Why, thank you. So tomorrow morning we're going to do a live trade hour. So if anybody wants to learn, she says when tall things fall, Tom Cruise gets a little burst of motivation to put on those platform flip-flops and live another day. Little secret about my big sister is she really is a jet mechanic. She works on planes. And her husband, my brother-in-law, both served in the Air Force for quite a few years. So much love to and respect for that. Whiskey, I doubt they've probably ever been there for code enforcement. Remember what Nora and them said that they used to work on those tunnels and work on all of that without any PPE whatsoever. All of that gross shit inside that old hospital. And I remember Nora was saying that they still had bodies left in there when they took over. Why? You deserve it, girly. Good morning. Hello, Stephen. WBI and MDJH are running. I'll pop it open later. I can't turn the sounds and the bells and the whistles off. So if I put it on, all you're going to hear are my bells and whistles going off. Yep, no PPE. I don't know. I don't know if it is theirs, but maybe. Oh, good morning, Nancy Drew. We were going to do your fire from last night and ended up looking at different things, but we were thinking of you earlier. Your ears must have been burning. We have some really dear ones on this channel, you guys. Lord, we do. In reference to the leftover cadavers, yeah, oh yuck. I like cadavers better. Lakshmi, too cool. Good morning. Yeah, I know. Nancy was telling everybody I actually fell asleep like at 9 o'clock last night. I was just exhausted. My brain was so tired. But I woke up bright and early this morning, like about 4:30. But I thought, oh, that's too early to pop into here. Cinderelli used to build ACIS inside military plane. The assemblies? Spell that one out, Cinderelli. Because I know that's what my sis and her husband did too. But I'm not too sure what they worked on. T. Ree and Miriam this morning, were they out on a protest? Yeah, and I like the pardon turkey too. Okay, get some good sleep, Susan. Hey, Chi, did you see my new profile pic that Cricket Cinema made? I stole it from him. Isn't it cool? Let's see where T and Ree and let's go back to Mr. Don. I know it's Daniel. And I gotta find the Perth audit. Let's see if it pops it up. Okay, what are we doing here? That's 11 days ago. That's 10 days ago. So maybe it is under Rage Against Dark Arts. Sorry guys, I can't see the chat. Hold on. T, Re, and Me. Well, it wasn't under... I saw this last night, I just didn't get a chance.
There we go.
The Beautiful Lovelies.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to welcome to another episode of T, Re, and Me. This week, today, we are going to be focusing on a Netflix documentary which featured a story about a child victim, and that is called Into the Fire: The Lost Daughter. And we
Oh, definitely gonna have to watch that. Here is a here's a link to this one if you guys want to go watch it. Miriam is such a lovely soul, and I don't know much about T, but I've watched a little bit on Re, and she's just brilliant in the way she comes across. Well, thank you for your service, Brian. And I say that from the bottom of my heart. That is Reconnecting? Is that what her channel is? That is Reconnecting. Let me see if I can find her channel. Is there a link? And she is a there's T, here's Reese. She is a psychologist, counselor, something like that. And I think she's an ex-Sciento member, also a second gen. Here is Reese Chi. Oh, how awesome. Yeah, and I think she also did the DSR shots. She's not a second gen. Oh, okay. For some reason I thought she was. My apologies. And then I'm going to go back because I saw teeth. T. Here is T's channel. That's just a mouthful. There, so that is Ree's channel also. And I'm assuming everybody knows Rage Against the Dark Arts, Miriam's channel. But I'm gonna put hers in here too. If I didn't, because my memory's like shorter than a gnat's. Here is Miriam's channel. And sis, if you're still on, look into Miriam's channel. No problemo. Haha, that's about the gist of my Spanish speaking. Gracias, no problemo. Where's La Baña? I'm so white. Oh, wow. Do you think the VA will pay for him? Yeah, I put him in here. There's T, Perth Audit, Chi, T, and Re, right? Yeah, there. If you scroll up a little bit, Kirby, I put all three of them in there. She is definitely sweet. She has one of those auras about her that she's this big, tough badass, but we know better. We see her heart. It's right on her sleeve. Well, I know Taco and I know Chalupa. Yeah, I know those ones. Actually, I can understand Spanish. It's hard for me to speak, though. The words don't come out of my mouth like they should, but I can understand it. Wow. And I talked with Jamie about the shots, and because it will reset the sympathetic nervous system. And I've thought, I wonder if it would help me because my sympathetic nervous system is paralyzed. And so I struggle with a lot of things. We know, we just know you. You're just a no bullshit kind of a gal. That's all. And you know what? I respect and love a no bullshit, blunt kind of a gal than I do that somebody will talk behind my back. Hands down, no problem. Yep. Tell me like it is. Don't tell me what you think I want to hear. Tell me what I need to hear. So back to the sympathetic nervous system, I've got a lot of damages because when you're paralyzed, it's not just the big muscles that get paralyzed. It could be any of the muscles. And so with the sympathetic nervous system, I don't have a hungry, which you can't tell because I've got the hungry face here. And my thermometer doesn't work in my body. It's kind of hard to explain, but I sweat when I'm not supposed to sweat. I don't sweat. I don't sweat from the chest down. And my sympathetic nervous system is just shot. So I was kind of wondering if that would reset my nervous system. So he was supposed to talk with the doctor, the specialist about it. That's a good idea. It's a good idea. You know, if you can try that and if the VA will cover it, then you never know. I know I have, instead of using, it's where they touch you and they hit the nerves. Good morning, Cricket Cinema. Yeah, Swedish, it's definitely something that's the thermoregulatory system. See, I was close. My thermometer's screwed up. Good morning, Cricket. Yep. It's just really weird what does and doesn't get paralyzed. It's kind of like a telephone line, though. When things get smashed, hurt, cut, that some of the wires get hurt, some of them don't. And on anybody, every spinal cord injury is different, really. Oh, there you go. I wish there was a shot for bat wings. That would be nice. That would be kind of cool. Just kind of shot. There it goes. Good morning, Rika. We got a few Portland crew today. A few Oregon crew, I should say. Yeah, I've used the VA Advocate here for my dad's stuff. Well, after he passed away, to help my mom. Yeah, wow, my brother was born with that, Rika, and he was in a body cast for a couple of years. Yep, and he still deals with issues from that. I didn't know that was the name of it, but that's what his problem was too. That's okay. Food is always good. It's always a bribe. Yep, From a Poet is raising funds to get transportation. So if anybody, in fact, well, welcome back, Jet Mechanic Girl. So if anybody has the means to help Brian, he is trying to raise funds for transportation. And let me see if I can find. Is it in your community tab? Let me see if I can find it here. Here, I'm going to put your link in there, Brian. There is Brian's community tab. New name. Yeah, sometimes it seems to be that way. And it does, raising funds or GoFundMe or whatever you're putting it into, there can be exhaustion in a community. But to be real honest, some people truly do need the help. You're welcome, Brian. That's true. Yep. And I'm very appreciative of those that have super chatted me, MD Media and Eric and Anne and everybody that's super chatted me. I'm so appreciative of it. And I believe there are people that are grifters in our community. I said it. I did. I said it. But don't give to those people. But if somebody truly does have a need, there's nothing wrong with the community coming together. And if you can't give or don't want to give, maybe you could just share. And that wasn't meant for that comment, Rika, I promise. But, maybe never in the never one or whatever person that just said that, sharing is caring. Yep, we all have to find out what is important to us, where we want to put our money, spend our time. Because resources are limited for all of us. Every single one of us. I like that pink. We're going to put it back on the pink. Thank you, Kirby's mom. That was very nice. I really appreciate that. American Sign Language for thank you. Right, and I try and help when I can also. And in my own ways, a lot of times, helping means serving and helping and thinking. I wish I had $1 zillion that I could just boop, boop, boop. Cricket, I agree. I had a humbling moment when I was first out of the hospital. Yadira, hello. I was first out of the hospital and I couldn't drive yet. And we had purchased an older van that had hand controls. I still couldn't drive. So I'd have to have somebody come drive me to the doctor's to the doctors or wherever. And I would always be so shy to ask because I didn't want to be a burden. And my a friend of mine, my boss at the time, he looked me straight in the eye and he goes, "Look," he goes, "why are you denying others of a blessing? Because when people help, they feel blessed. So when you're not asking them and letting them know what you need, you're denying somebody of their blessing." Yeah, that one kind of hit home. right? That money's not going to a legal bill, it's for transportation. Yeah, that's what I heard too, that the bill was just that he won't need to pay any more of that, right? Yep, which is good. But you know, that's one of the things that Crazy Love put her organization together for, is to start trying to organize a little bit of that. Because it's exhausting to a community to get requests for funds here and requests for funds there. It is exhausting. But it's needed. So there's that. There is no dishonor in accepting help. I 100% agree. And being paralyzed and in a wheelchair, even though I feel like I'm invincible and still a badass, you know, you take me in front of a couple of steps and I'm screwed and have to ask for help. And when I go to a restaurant or to a community event where there's a buffet, it is so much easier to say, please, could you help me grab stuff off the buffet or off this or off that? It's easier to ask that than it is to say, hey, could you help me clean it up because I just dropped it all over the floor? Sorry. So you learn. You prioritize your asks. Exactly, Cinderella. And it is okay to ask for help. Ask sis what I feel about that. New name, I'm really hoping you're just being inquisitive, because we are a no drama channel. None whatsoever. So if you're asking just to be inquisitive, that's cool. Thank you. I know, right, Rika? Somebody sent me a little phone holder arm. Chris? No, I can't remember. I hate it when that happens. And I cried too. I did, I cried. It was so sweet. Thank you, Chief, for answering that. Yep, prioritize your asks. No, I don't think you're being snotty whatsoever. No shade. Thank you for thank you for answering it. I appreciate it. Because look, I mean, if somebody has questions, ask. I don't mind whatsoever. I don't think any of us mind questions. Haggis, you're being silly. But I'd move in too. Yeah, wouldn't that be nice? No spoiling at all, Chi, whatsoever. Nope. You are just part of the family. And there's no spoiling. Tenacious. Tenacious is the word. I'm not stubborn like a mule. You're going to get the mom look. And yes, I would. I didn't even have handles on my chair because I didn't want anybody to push me. And now I got to be carried around like a baby and fed like a mule. But we won't talk about the time that somebody pushed me into a wall once. No, we won't talk about that time. Oh, thank you, new name. Thanks. No, I didn't forget. Okay, I'm gonna tell, because Jet Mechanic Girl, my sis and I were in Vegas one time. I think she was living there. And I was staying at the hotel, and we weren't driving. We were down in the lobby of the hotel, and we were a little blitzed. And she was pushing me in the 2 words Las Vegas. Yep. Pushed me right into a wall. Oh, we laughed. We both laughed. We were both a little tipsy, so we were crying, laughing about it. But it was funny. No, I am not upset at all. No, never going to be. Because, as I said, there's just no drama here. And I'm up for any questions. Just be prepared for the answer. Because I'm probably worse than Chi when it comes to bluntness. If you ask me a question. Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, you guys. Actually, I have friends that do have power chairs, kind of like Audit. She has her power chair and has been drinking and gotten DUIs. Yep, out on the sidewalk, out on the public. But that's why I don't drink those, because one, you got to have control over your wheelchair, and two, um, I use my arms. My arms are my legs, and so to move from one place to another, I literally have to use my arms. And so if I don't have control, then I kind of lose my quality of life. So I don't drink very often. But when I do, let me tell you, it's probably around my sister, because she gets me in trouble. Oh, yep. You guys, hug and makeup, all good. Yes, it is. And it makes you have to go transfer yourself on and off the toity. Yes, it does. And it doesn't always do so well with um, if you're on any medications or anything else like that. So I know, right? I'm such a cheap drunk, it's not even funny. Oh, 1 or 2 beers, or I don't even drink beer because the more beer you drink, the more you have to pee. But 1 or 2 shots and pst, I'm done for. So if you have a question, New Name, please just direct it. Maybe go to the community post of his and just ask him. You guys can have a great conversation. Yep. Have that conversation with him. Because anybody that is worth their salt is going to be transparent in their answers. Speaking on that high note, yep, lots of love to you. Night night, Swedish. Yep, I'm going to take off too. I'm going to go do Fluff and Buff and get ready for my real work meeting. Sometimes real work gets in the way. I have a meeting at 10, so I need to get in there and get my Fluff and Buff done. I love all of you. I'll talk to you tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning we're going to do a trading session. So if you have any questions, email me questions and I will try and answer them for you. Absolutely, Cricket. Go ahead. Can you? Yep, you've got the wrench. You can do it. I love you too, sis. Have a beautiful day at work. I'm waiting for Cricket to post that link. You're welcome, Kirby. Thank you again. I'm very thankful. Thanks, Cricket. Okay, it's in the chat.